Two. Swung on a high fly to right. Soto is there. Juan Soto makes the catch. Ball game over. American League Championship Series over. Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees are going nuts on the field. I mean, it's a group hug. It's like the end of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. It's a group hug, and they jump up and down. Terrific.
Today is October 20th, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Let's talk about it. Let's talk all about it.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy, Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD's producing in the corner, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. And the heroes were heroes, and the likely heroes were heroes, and we had some unlikely heroes, and they were heroes, and we had 3 amazing games of baseball to end the ALCS, and the Yanks are going to the World Series. Jake, how you doing?
James, David, everyone tuning in, I'm pretty good. Just a reminder, season 1 of the Mary Tyler Moore Show was 1970. So if you don't remember the ending, nobody fucking does. Because if you listen to YouTube and podcasts, you didn't watch the Mary Tyler Moore Show. But that's where Sterling
Him and I were, our instant messages after the Yankees won were addressing 2 different age demographics.
It's insane, man. Hey, for everyone feeling it for the first time, for everyone feeling it for the first time in 15 years, for everyone who's gone through, if you're a different person than you were 15 years ago, enjoy it. Let's enjoy it for a little bit. That's what this ep is going to be. Me and Jimbo, 2 sensitive Italians, had some light waterworks already. We'll tiptoe them around this episode. We'll see. I was just at the urinal, and yeah, that's what got me. So it's
I didn't know if I would have happy tears. I should have known. I always have happy tears.
Right.
But, it's like once you start getting happy tears, then you start thinking about all the other stuff. And then I just start
spinning. It starts spinning, man. It's been insane. So this episode will have a lot of feeling to it. We'll cover the game a little bit. We're not going to preview anything.
Yeah, we'll have all of that. We got a lot of time. My thank you to everyone that's been in the live chat or been with us or putting us in a place to be able to have this show and do this and share all of this with you guys and have fun. So that always thanks to you. I mean, I know that the World Series is the next step. They didn't win it. They're just going to it. But, man, enjoy these next couple weeks, dude, because I was a kid in the 90s. I didn't really, I just watched the games and then watched the DVDs afterwards. I was young. And then in 2009, I was in college, and I was, in it, right? And I know BBD was 12, and a lot of our employees were young in 2009, and they didn't get that chance. So, man, just be in everything for the next 7 days and then start stressing again on Friday and start getting upset at players and results and criticizing bullpen moves and lineups and worrying about this. But for 6 days, just watch every fucking interview, read every article that's written, read every quote. There's going to be articles on all the players. They're going to be building up profiles. There's going to be
Jazz is going to talk shit.
Jazz is going to
talk shit.
Just be in it and enjoy it because it's been 15 years, and you never thought it was going to be 15 years. And there's been a couple years in Talkin' Yanks run where we thought it was going to happen. And 19, I was like, this team's a World Series team. And then it didn't happen. We didn't even get to enjoy a single moment in the 2022 ALCS. Not one fucking pitch made us happy in that series.
Rather watch Mary Tyler Moore.
So just
absolute fox, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Open up the Google. John Sterling. I wasn't familiar with you or her game.
Just enjoy it, dude. And the first Royal Series and the first 2 wins, they didn't really have any moments, right? These last 3 games, even the loss, moments. Just like, give me a documentary, put music behind them, give me the talking head interviews, give me the behind the scenes footage. Like, that's what I'm saying. I just want to eat this up. I can't believe how awesome those last 3 games were.
It's insane, and it's there's beauty to play baseball playoffs when not the guy does it. There's baseball's littered with how this pitcher doesn't give up runs, this hitter doesn't hit, and then baseball happens, and that's part of the beauty of it. But Juan Soto with the explanation point, Giancarlo Stanton with the MVP, like. Joe's McFly, our guy, was stomping around all offseason saying Giancarlo's going to win comeback player of the year. I don't really track the voting for that because nobody does. So maybe he's in it, and it's normally for like injured guys. But let's be honest, we've had 2 to 3 off seasons with like, can we move G? Do you salary dump him? Like, what do you do? And now, and this is like what Yankee fandom was, and yeah, there's parts of it that are cocky and arrogant and whatever, but that's the whole reason people hated Yankee fans. But the other side of that was they won a ton, and the postseason mattered. Like, how do you guys feel about Mark Leiter Jr. today compared to 2 days ago? Like, that's the shit that matters. So when your kid goes through Baseball Reference and they're like, wait, they traded for Mark Leiter Jr., this guy was ass. You say, no, man. No. He helped get them through the CS that we didn't have to pitch Garrett Cole in. And you hope there's ripple effects to that stuff. And we'll be able to talk about some of that stuff in the upcoming week. But let's bask in a little bit. We've been straight up with you guys the whole time. There's 2 ads. I'll do one now. It's SeatGeek. Maybe go to the fucking final series of the season, and you can do it with SeatGeek. They've been with us for a while. Let's get fucking emotional. I'm cursing a lot. I'm sorry, guys. SeatGeek originally was, hey, just put our link at the bottom of your YouTube video. If some people click it, we'll pay you guys a little bit. All right. Awesome, SeatGeek. We become one of their first YouTubers, podcasts, whatever the hell we are. Gotta stop swearing. That they were like, hey, we want to actually work with you guys. So SeatGeek is giving you code YANKS15. 15% off any tickets at SeatGeek, whether you've used it or not, whether you have the app or not. So go to SeatGeek, use code YANKS15. You get 15% off your next order. There's a link in the description. You're going to go to a game. I hope you're going to one of the next 3, 4, whatever they got. If not, you're still going to something else. Yanks15, thank you, SeatGeek. Where to go, Timbo?
Let's just talk about this game.
I wrote a burn quick. It's
you
not
did?
Great. I mean, there's a lot going on.
No,
I'm crying at the urinal.
Yeah, there's that picture of Joe's in there.
Poured myself bad drink, if I'm being honest.
Burn the game. I'm ecstatic that you burned the game.
Let's do it. Game 5 in Cleveland with the Yankees hoping they'd rode on to the World Series if they could get one more win against the Guardians and ruin all the vibes in Cleveland. Bottom 2, Bo Knows, RBI double. Scores his big bro, Rich Homie Quan. Baby, won't you come my way? It's 2-0 Guards, but right down the road from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's time to hit the music. Giancarlo, let the rhythm take you over, Giancarlo. Te quiero, hero homers. Like a good night out, we're tied up at 2s. It'd stay that way into the 10th. Buenos Cantos. Austin goes to the wells once more with a walk. Roki no beefs it. And the Bronx will always remember S-O-T-O Soto. Isn't he lovely? Isn't he wonderful? to dead center, and the guards are dead central. Rodon to Leiter to Hill to Cousins to Weaver. The New York Yankees are going to the World Series.
Yeah. Stanton and Soto. Unbelievable. That Soto at bat, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to start making a breakdown of it, is just unbelievable. The Stanton at bat's even, what an idiot.
Insane.
Got to be the dumbest thing ever that they had two bases open, 2 outs, and they pinched they threw a 3-2 pitch to Stanton in the zone. I can't. I was so angry at them for being so dumb.
Yeah. You've got a lot of ways you're probably going to go with videos for a little bit, but that Stanton at bat, and little credit. Hey, we'll pat ourselves on the back. It's a day to pat yourself on the back. Our pregame show, we crushed today. Our live streams, Stanton swung at 2 balls to make it 0-2. You're the first one. I was like, that's tough, and you're like, he's baiting him, and he was like, he genuinely was, because there was no reason to pitch to him.
Well, the inning before, Leiter throws 1 pitch to J-Ram. J-Ram doesn't chase it, and they're like, all right, fuck it, see ya. He goes to first base. So I really wonder if Stan took that first 2 pitches, does he get any more?
All right.
Chases the first 2, he gets to a 3-2 count, they come in the zone. Ridiculous.
He a 3-2 curveball in the zone, which is just an insane pitch to throw Giancarlo Stanton, especially at this time with Jazz Chisholm on deck, playoff series happen quick. Like, Jazz could be our hottest hitter in the World Series. So, whatever your bad, nasty Jazz take is, he doesn't hit with players well. Boone got in front of it today. Like, Jazz is going to be out there. And maybe he'll be hot next series. But insane that the Guardians threw to him there. Bybee, I think that was the 3rd time through, too, that and hey, this is where we're too far in it. Like, Bybee, follows us on Twitter, and he's, nice, and he engages with our stuff. But, that's a pitch he's going to regret forever. And you saw him in the dugout feeling that way. So that tied it up at 2s. God, man. It's so crazy that there's so much of this game that feels like filler that's just horribly rude, but it kind of is,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, let's get tasty.
What's that? What do you want to get tasty about?
Guys that deserve to get tasty on.
Well, if you look at playoff numbers through the two series now, Glaber in the postseason.
Glaber was fucking incredible.
9 games, 297 batting average, 400 on base percentage, 832 OPS from the leadoff position. Glaber was incredible. Didn't botch a play on defense. Botched a base running maybe today. Whatever.
Team effort.
Stanton, don't really need to say it. He had 10 hits, 5 of them were homers. He had 11 home runs he has so far in this postseason.
He has more home runs than Babe Ruth does in the postseason.
294 average, 385 on base, 794 slug in the postseason, 1.179 OPS. Juan Soto, 333 average, 439 on base, 667 slug. And this is in the postseason. This is both series combined.
Right.
All right. Volpe, both series, 310 batting average, 459 on base, 804 OPS. Been locked in. Besides that one throw in the Royal Series, didn't really get many balls in this series, but he's been great.
Volpe's been incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Volpe's been incredible. This is a weird side story, but I think people like this shit. His agent lives in my neighborhood, and we see each other a little bit. And
oh, really?
Cool guy. He's from Connecticut. And, we were pretty hype. There's a couple times he messaged me this year, and he was like, hey, you guys aren't being so hype. And I was like, I had one of those weird moments where it's like, well, dude, I love the Yankees, but, Volpe, all this, all that. I'm a little proud of myself that I was like, yeah, dude, I stand by what I'm saying. Anthony Volpe, Jim, you said it on the live stream. I'll let you say it now. Like your thoughts on what Volpe has done this postseason.
I mean, this is how he looked in those 2-week stretches where he was locked in, dude. His swing, his chase is great. He's lining balls, solid contact, good postseason erases anything in the regular season.
This is the time of year that matters.
Anything in the regular season.
Because who's still talking about regular season? Nobody. Because that's over.
Maybe some Orioles fans.
Oh, boy.
Not
Blue Jay fans.
I was just taking a guess. All right, but hold on. In the CS.
Taking my shoes off. What are we doing?
Mine have been off all night. In the CS, in this 5-game set, let me just tell you something. Juan Soto had an 895 slugging. Stanton had an 889 slugging. Judge had a 500 slugging. Rizzo had a 500 slugging. Judge had 2 homers. Judge had a game-tying homer off the closer. That game gets botched down the road, but that was a big swing.
Best pitcher ever. I'd say there's an argument against it, but
Rizzo had a 429 batting average. Boone took Rizzo out for defense in the last 2 wins when it was pretty clear we needed to take him out for defense.
Oswaldo Cabrera playing his 6th position.
We landed on it. Turned a nice double play.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so shortstop, third, second, left field, right field. So yeah, first base would be his 6th position.
All right, on the pitching side, Flowers needed. Tim Hill.
Man, if you've ever watched any of those old Yankee DVDs or you dug into it, like, whatever your personality is, or you heard your uncle talk about Graham Lloyd once as this crazy Aussie or whatever it is, or Tommaso Marte, like, this is what matters.
Tim Hill went 4.2 and allowed 1 earned run. I think that was on bad plays that weren't called errors, if I remember correctly.
How many games did Tim Hill pitch in this series?
5, all 5. Tim Hill pitched in all 5 games. 4.2 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Mark Leiter came into the last 2 games. 2.1 innings, gives up 1 earned run.
Wasn't on the roster.
Wasn't on the roster to start the series. Tim Meza warmed up with all his heart for 2 straight games.
Hey, like, it's half a joke, but Tim Meza threw a lot of... If we get to talk to Boone this week, we'll peel back the curtain. Like, we're going to try to link up with Boone this week. We'll see what happens. We should open up with how many pitches did Tim Meza throw in the bullpen of games 4 and 5?
Yes.
It might be over 100.
He does not...
Might be over 100.
If Booney joins us, it's because he said yes and wants to.
Yes.
So, he might not. It's very much might not happen, but it'd be cool if he did. Cousins came in. He did good today. The last game, they left him to die.
His first inning was really good.
Yeah. And Weaver, man. Weaver pitched in 4 games. All four wins. He brought the cutter out. I want to ask that. Was that Trevi? Because Trevi was catching him. Did Wellesley just not like the cutter? The last batter, 1 out away, brought the cutter out. So
back-to-back pitches.
Weaver was incredible. That one series, they got him. Whatever. Or 1 game, I mean. Nuts, dude. Rodon. Great game 1.
It ends up looking worse. I mean, this probably should have been 5-1. That final ball that Judge didn't get to.
It's still good, man. It's a 0.84 whip. It's a 2.53 ERA in the series.
Yeah, I mean, the game 1 was incredible. Game 1 is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this just to prod you a little bit. I just got a text from Taylor Jackson on our social team.
Yeah.
She used to work at the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
If the people don't know, and there's still some weird, angry Yankee fans that are like, Jake, you like the Diamondbacks? they're the reason. They connected us. They like our stuff, and the Diamondbacks were nice to me, and we have a rule at this company. If someone's nice to you, be nice back.
It's like a life rule.
Taylor texted her friend who still works at the Diamondbacks and said Luke Weaver is going to be the closer in the World Series team. And he responded, what timeline are we on? This guy was a failed starter for 7 years. 7 years. He's
by like volume, he was one of the worst.
Bottom 5. I've never wanted to actually. I like interviewing people because I like to think I can bring some silly parts out of them with my general demeanor. I have some serious questions I want to ask Luke Weaver, man. Because
I can't meet him.
You cannot meet him, and I get that. But you talk about fever dream, man. Like at what point, year 5, is he like, hey, at least I'm getting a major league paycheck? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I would love to know some of the dark thoughts and some of the high thoughts. He is a nasty, dominant closer for a team going to the World Series. Multi-inning. Class A just got his... I'm going to stop swearing.
You've been swearing a lot.
Class A just got rocked. Yeah, man. It's Mark Leiter again. Wasn't on the squad, bro. Go back to your story when you were cut from the team or not on the team. It's not a good feeling, right? I know. I remember. Mark Leiter, they said, no, thank you. We'd rather have these other guys on the team. He found himself pitching in 2 of the deciding games of the NLCS late, and he did his job both times.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
When I make the breakdown of the Juan Soto home run, do I include the Roki no error?
You have to. I don't think it was going to be a double play. I'd be interested to see because I obviously haven't looked. But that's the reason he tried to rush it. But, I mean, a couple Rokio.
Oh. Are you okay?
We'll just edit that out and post. A couple of the Rokio. Two Rokio tough defensive plays for a really good young defensive fielder did impact this series. But that's baseball Susan, man. Like,
I'm going to look at and see if we think he would have turned it. I mean, Verdugo's not fast.
No, but he's a lefty
developing.
He gets down the line.
Oh, he wouldn't have turned it.
Okay, that's what I.
So I'm not going to make it part of it.
It's my initial.
I'm not going to make it part of the video then.
But still,
Verdugo was like 6 steps away.
1 out to no outs is significant.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Thank you.
Hey, we got to tell the people about Mountain Dew.
Oh, okay.
Mountain Dew. Hey, I'll be real again. Mountain Dew doesn't care about this part, so we probably won't have our guy Jeremy when they tell him there's a read here. We had an episode of Talkin Yanks where there's a New Jersey dog kennel shout out. If you need a place to keep your dog, be it DMBBD, we'll let you know. They were just fans of the Talkin Yanks program that wanted to support us, and that's how they did it. This is Mountain Dew.
They came to our
nice people, nice couple.
Event. Yeah, and a couple.
Nice
couple.
Nice.
We were to do ad reads about you banging the dogs.
Incredibly grateful for them.
Pause. Mountain Dew! Get off your ass and get some Mountain Dew. Bold flavors and refreshing citrus kick. Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and having you feel like you're on an actual mountain. Mountain where the weather is always perfect. Mountain like you're maybe heading to the greatest event in sports. So whatever you're about in life, add a Mountain Dew to it. See what happens. Get some Mountain Dew. It's been huge for our warehouse. The mountain is calling and you should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew. Wherever refreshing beverages are sold, and do the Dew. Grab a Mountain Dew today.
Dude, I can't believe they traded for Soto. They have him for 1 year, and he hits a 3-run home run in extras in the game that sends him to the World Series. And he had a 1 OPS in the ALCS. Like, what a move. What a move.
A lot of our off-season episodes are going to be about Juan Soto. A lot of our regular season episodes have been about Juan Soto. And at the same time, not a lot of our regular episodes have been about Juan Soto. Because Aaron Judge is going to win the AL MVP this year. And it was kind of one of those things. It was like, hey, Judge is going to win the MVP. Like, you look at a lot of series, and it's like, well, yeah, Soto got on base at a 450 clip. I don't know. He was great. He's Juan Soto. It's like his best thing, and I think sometimes during the regular season his worst thing, because it's what Boone said in the post-game celebration. You almost expect it.
I expected it.
There's so few players in baseball that you can actually expect it from. And he's one of those guys, and he did it. He did it, man. In a comical at bat. Like, Jimmy's jonesing to end this episode and go through that bat because it's a clown show. Gaddis, who was one of the best relievers in baseball this year, got dunked on. He threw other pitches that would have got 95% of the MLB out. And Soto just said, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball, foul ball.
I'm going to wait for the fastball.
And the catcher
the high fastball.
Finally said, hey, throw a high fastball, probably put it out of the zone. And he didn't. There was 2 pitches today that Guardians pitchers should have put out of the zone. They didn't, and that's how the Yankees won.
Yeah, the Stanton was crazy. Juan Soto had a hell of an at-bat. Oh, unbelievable. All right, guys, we'll be back. We'll be a little more, we'll do a preview when we find out who they're playing. Maybe Boone joins us, maybe not. We'll probably just keep, do episodes. We're not going to, leave you for 4 days.
No.
I don't know what
there'll be stuff.
Just soak it in and enjoy it. And then Friday we can start panicking and worrying and being stressed. But enjoy the hell out of the next couple of days and watch everything and read everything. And thank you very much. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.
Shout out Beebs. Shout out Kyle. Sam. Bronx crew. It's almost divisive in our office sometimes. Shout out Manhattan crew. Let's go. World Series. Juan Soto.